Hi everyone, welcome. It's Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, so it's time for Stamping with Denise. Welcome and thank you for joining me tonight. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend and a great start to your week. Tonight I have a really simple, fun fold card that takes no time to make. It's really easy and it's a great way to use up all those little pieces of your designer series paper that are cluttering things up. They're big enough, but you just don't want to throw them away because you know there's something you're going to use it for. I've got the card for you tonight. So welcome in tonight. Little bit of business, please. If you like what I'm making, please give me hearts and thumbs up and those kinds of things. Make a comment, and if you really like what you're seeing, please share my video with your friends and then comment shared below in the comments, and you might get a chance to win the project I'm making tonight. If you recall, last week I made this really pretty card using the masks and the blending brushes, and because she shared my video, Patricia Miller is going to be getting this card. So Patricia, I'll get that out to you in the mail very, very soon. So if you're watching on YouTube, thank you for joining me. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, and once you do that, hit the little bell so you receive notifications of when I upload a new video. I usually upload a new video on Monday evenings, so YouTube will let you know when there's a new one to watch. So with that being said, I think we are going to get started on this really super simple fun fold card. Let me change the view here. Okay, now we're down to my hands. Okay, and this is the card we're going to be making tonight. Look at this. This is fun. It's just different, completely unexpected. This part does not open up, although you know what? You could put it on a traditional card base, have it open up, and then still have this too. So, let me get started here. Let me start with the designer series paper. This is the Abstract Beauty designer series paper. It comes cut in 4x6. I think Stampin' Up! Was trying to see how people liked this size paper, rather than 6x6. So anyway, this is a great set. I love the colors. I love one side of each sheet has gold accents on it, and I just love it. It's so pretty. This is in your mini catalog. Okay, so if it's something you want, make sure you get it ordered. We're coming up on time for a new catalog, so things are going to start selling out. Actually, as demonstrators, we'll be getting the list here in just a couple of days, so things will start selling out. And one thing that I want to point out to you, every year Stampin' Up! Comes out with 5 new in colors, and they're around for 2 years. So we have 5 colors that are going to be retiring here at the end of May. That's Cinnamon Cider, Just Jade, Bumblebee, Magenta Madness, and Misty Moonlight. And I'm going to tell you, if you bought these ink pads, you better get the re-inker pronto, like here in the next day or two, because this stuff will sell out. I'm sure I know there's a lot of other stuff that will be retiring. We don't know what it is yet, but if there's something you really want, you'd be heartbroken that you didn't get it, then you need to place that order today. Here's my current host code, my website. Put that host code in. If your order is over $50, I will get you an extra gift. Okay, so let's get started here. So first of all, the back to our card is a piece of heavyweight cardstock. This is the thick basic white cardstock, and it is 5.5 by 4.25. That's the normal size of our regular cards. It's the exact same size, so it fits in our envelopes. And then on top of that, I have a piece of Magenta Madness. This piece is 5.25 by 4, and I have embossed it with the, whoops, let me get it here, with the Hive 3D embossing folder. Now, it was meant to go with the bundle in the catalog that had the bees in it. Didn't purchase that, but I really liked this kind of geometric shape. So, and I hadn't used it, so I decided to pull it out. And really, you could use either side. You could use the side where the dimensions are popped up or where they're indented. It really depends what you want. I'm going to put it with the three-dimensional piece forward. So we're going to put this, and this, I don't know if I said it, but this is 5.25 by 4, and then I ran it through the embossing folder. Okay, and that's the base of our card. You could use the back of this card to write a sentiment on. You could write something right here on the card. It really depends, what you prefer to do. So, I'm going to set that off to the side. I am going to bring my trimmer in because we are going to score the white piece that's going to be used for on our card. Now this piece of white is 4.5 by 9 inches long, okay? And we are going to score it at 1 inch. Okay, we're going to use the light brown piece because that's the scoring blade. The dark brown one is the blade, but sometimes I even take it off if I'm doing a lot of scoring so I don't make a mistake. So this one, we're scoring it at 1 inch. Two inches. 4 inches. And 6 inches. There we go. That's going to make the pleated part of our card. So now we're going to use our bone folder and we're going to get some nice crisp folds. So I'm going to go over it really well. And then we're going to fold this back. And then this one's going to go like this. See, having the score lines on there makes it a breeze. As long as your score lines are straight, your folds will be straight. And this one's going to go like this. Just like that. Okay. Give this all a little extra love here, all these creases. As you can see, my sample, it's still a little, it'll lay down after a while, but anyway, so there we go. There's the mechanism for the card. Okay, and so now we are I'm going to go ahead and put the designer series paper on. Using the same pieces of designer series paper that I used on this card, and they're all from that pack that I showed you. This piece here is 4 by 2 3/4. I'll put this right here. And I think if you change the designer series paper or the colors you used, this fun fold would even be appropriate for the gentleman in your life. This piece is 4 inches by 1 3/4. And I have to tell you, this piece literally was a scrap. It was off of another project. I just had to trim it down a little bit. And then the final piece, you can see it's the back side of the larger piece. This piece is 4 inches by 3/4 inches. And we're going to put that right on. You know what? I did that the wrong way, didn't I? Hold on. We're going to fix that. If you guys don't have an adhesive eraser, get one. They're the best thing. It just kind of pulls that adhesive off. I mean, I could have worked it with my finger, but this is a little quicker. And all it does is it just gums it up on here. So, I mean, I suppose I could have put it on the way it was, but that's... Or I could just cut a new one too, if I didn't want to. One more time. I'm going to go over this piece. How many times have you done that? Put the adhesive on the wrong side of the designer series paper because they're so pretty. Okay, here we go. And the quicker you get to getting that adhesive off, the easier it is to get it off. If I'd have left it a while or something like that, it would have been a little harder to get off. But there we go. So that's that part of our card. I'm gonna put some adhesive on the back of this. We're gonna put it on here. We're gonna finish this up. I told you this was a super simple card. Okay. There we are. There's the biggest part of it done. Now we're gonna do our sentiment. Now today I chose the sentiment out of the Symmetry stamp set. I love these fonts. I like this stamp set. I kind of hope it sticks around. I'd like to do some more things with it. I decided to pull out the Hey Friend. For my thought is that sentiment is perfect for so many things. It could be you could make it a thank you card. It could be a birthday card. It could be a thinking of you card. Hey Friend is such a versatile sentiment. So I have Magenta Madness ink. I have a piece of scrap basic white. I'm going to stamp my sentiment on here. This is one of those colors that's going away. And I have the Label Me Fancy punch. So we are going to put this in here, but you can see because it's a small piece of paper, I can't really hold on to it very well. See? But take a little piece of a Post-it note, give yourself a handle, and look at this. Now you can manipulate it wherever you want. That is my tip for you tonight. I'm going to just, there we go. There's that. So it's a great way, and again, another great way to use up scrap pieces of paper. So now, as you can see, this sentiment is only attached right here. So I'm going to put adhesive just on this small part right there. I want to make sure that that is completely on that layer, because I don't want it to, I would hate to have it stick to that layer too. So there we go. Look at that. Now we're going to put on I put a few gems on here. Let's see. So I pulled out, these are the 2123 in color jewels. These are for our current set of in colors, which are Fresh Freesia, Polished Pink, Evening Evergreen, Soft Succulent, and Pale Papaya. But Polished Pink and Magenta Madness are pretty similar, and so you really can't tell that they're, at least in these embellishments, that they're any different size. So we're going to put a couple of these here. You could do, do whatever. There are some in colors or some embellishments that go with these current retiring in colors. That might be something you want to stock up. They'll go fast too. I'm going to put one up here just because. And really, that is all it is. That is how simple this fun fold is. Look at that. Like I said, you could write on the back of this. You could put a quick, gee, thanks for taking me to lunch. It was great to see you and catch up. Sign your name, boom. But again, depending on the paper you use and the colors you use, I think that this card layout would be perfectly okay for a masculine card too. So that is all I have for tonight. Please let me know if you have any questions. I do appreciate that you joined me tonight, and I look forward to seeing you next Monday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern, for Stamping with Denise. Take care now. Bye-bye.